It's a stunning deck, the tiny barn, and this is going to be the slate that I use for the sill and in the window in the barn, and I'm just going to dig it out, cut it down, pop it in, insulate it all around to stop cold bridging. It's nice that it's from the garden. I started by lifting the slate out of the ground. It was a little thicker than I'd anticipated, but still I was positive it was going to look great. Then came the jet washing. This was really quite satisfying. It made a huge difference, and I took off layer upon layer of grime. So the next thing I have done is just to create a cardboard cutout of the sill, and then I know 100% that all the measurements and angles are going to be correct. I then used the template to mark out where I was going to make the cuts. I clamped a piece of timber onto the piece of slate to use as a guide, then used my angle grinder to make a series of cuts which eventually broke through. I wanted the sill to protrude ever so slightly over the edge, so needed to create some ears. For this, I used my smaller angle grinder. I'd already used my template for the depth of the sill. I now needed to use it to work out the width. I then used the bigger angle grinder again, just to get the width right up to the ear that I'd cut with the smaller angle grinder. So the main cuts are now made around the edges, and you can see I'm sort of leaving this little overlap here. I've made some little nibbles, but the plan is now just to nibble away at this and just to try and get a bit of a curve around. This was reasonably delicate work, so I took my time just taking tiny little cuts. Then it was a case of simply tidying it up and making it nice and smooth using the end of the angle grinder blade. And here's the end result. It's pretty smooth. I was really happy with it. All that was left was to do the opposite side using the same method. Then fingers crossed it fitted. So here's where the sill is going to go. So the moment of truth. Let's see how it looks, see if it fits. Fingers crossed. Pretty happy with that. Beautiful. I used expanding foam to fix the sill into place. This was twofold. It was easy for me to then make sure it was nice and level, but also it offered even more insulation to avoid cold bridging. I didn't have long until the expanding foam started to go off, so with a lot of grunting and back breaking, stretching, not very pleasant, overarching, I managed to get it in place. So here it is in place. Obviously a piece of slate like this, it's never going to be 100% level because this is so uneven, but I've got it as level as I can. Put some expanding foam underneath and around it just to bridge the cold so it doesn't get too cold from outside. Yeah, really happy with it. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it and make sure you subscribe to the channel to get notified when the next video goes live. Thanks for watching.